Hello and welcome to Reginaldesq. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the Tier 2 Italian medium tank, the M14/41. So is it any good? It's alright at Tier 2 and it's awful at Tier 3, and unfortunately, at least on the SEA server anyway, get a lot of Tier 3 games simply because there just aren't enough people playing. Often get games without full teams, like it only be 10 aside and stuff like that. So there's just not a lot of tanks at that tier, and you never see tier 1s anymore when you're tier 2. I think tier 1s are just on their own now, so you will always be bottom or equal tier. You'll never be top tier, as it were. So for that reason, I think if you had games against tier 1s, then this tank would be pretty good. But because you're facing tier 2s and very often tier 3s, it kind of is not a good tank. What makes it bad is when you're against tier 3s and things like that, if you're slow, then you kind of can't have much impact in the game. Because a lot of the tanks, especially some of the tier 2s and a lot of the tier 3s, are very, very quick. And this has poor turret traverse and poor track traverse, probably amongst the worst of the tier 2 mediums. I think it is the worst, in fact, and it's not very fast in a straight line either, so tanks can easily circle you and just shoot you in the back. So this tank sort of suffers badly from that, and it happens a lot in the low tiers. The tanks just go wild, driving all over the map. They find you and you're dead. So what's good about the tank? Well, it has pretty good actual turret armor, of the front of the turret anyway. It has about 42 mils of frontal turret armor, and that's the most armor of any tier 2 medium tank. 42 mils. They tend to be pretty soft, the mediums, but on this one the turret armor is pretty good. The rest of the hull is awful. It's very, very soft, but the front of the turret is pretty good. That enables you to go hull down in this tank. It does have 10 degrees of gun depression, so you can do it if you can get on a hill, and I will show you that in the first game. As you can see from the turret there too, the front of the turret is 42, and those side sloping bits, I actually don't know how thick the armor is on there. I think it says 25 mil. No, so yeah, it says 25 mil on there, but it's very well angled, as you can see. So, and also, actually, I'll just show you here. There's not much sticking above the gun. So if you can manage to just get your gun over a rock or something like that, they really only have this section here to shoot at, which is your most well armored part of your tank. There's no cupola, and these parts here that they can shoot at are very well angled, and they'll probably ricochet off them. So it's pretty good, but if you show any of your hull at all, that will get penetrated. Now, with 52 millimeters of penetration, this gun has pretty good penetration for its tier. 52 mils of pen and 50 damage is not bad as well. The Vickers, the British medium, is better with, I think it has 57 mils of penetration and does about 70 damage per shot. But other than that, I think this is the second best pen of the tier 2 mediums. So it's pretty good. It does pen some of the tier 3s, which is kind of handy. But yeah, not too bad. And if you want to use gold ammo, you can get 75 mils of pen. It has 0.43 dispersion. Actually, forgetting about that because it's fiction anyway, the accuracy of this gun isn't bad actually. If you let it fully aim, it's pretty good, and its aim time's pretty quick too for a medium tank of 2 seconds. So the gun is actually not too bad on this tank. It's really just that it's very slow and has poor maneuverability. But if you can get, like I say, hull down, you can have pretty good games in it. 190 hit points is not too bad. Now, I did say it was slow. Where's the speed here? It's 32 kilometers an hour in forward and 12 in reverse. That's not very good. But it's not just that that's not good. Its powder weight ratio is really bad as well. So it has very bad terrain resistances, and as I said, the turret and tracks are very slow as well. So it's really too slow. And at the end of the game, even if you've done well, you can't get to the last tanks to kill them anyway, even if you're winning. So it's one of those tanks. I don't think there's too much more to really say about the tank. It has a pretty good rate of fire, as we saw in here. To have 23 rounds a minute, which is pretty quick. It'd want to be though, and that's about all I think I need to say about it. I have camouflage net and binoculars fitted to this tank, which I think is pretty good equipment on any tier 2 tank. If I was going to keep this tank, I'd probably get rid of the repair kit and probably put in a gun laying drive just to keep that gun firing, since that's pretty much all you've got. Crew is 100% trained. I made sure they're 100% trained so we could have a kind of a even comparison with the Tier 2 Light that I recently reviewed. If you had to choose between whether to go the light or the medium, I would probably just choose the medium because it's got 4 crew, and you're probably going to, if you're going to fully train the crew, that is, then keep them for your next tank, because all the rest of the tanks in line are medium. But if you're not going to fully train them, then I guess it just doesn't matter. The light's probably more fun. Let's have a look at some gameplay. So we are on Himmelsdorf. It is a Tier 3 game, and we're in our Tier 2 Italian medium. So I said it had good gun depression, so hey, if there's something good about the tank, make sure you use what's good about the tank, right? So we're going to get ourselves hull down. Use this hill here. And looks like we've got this Panzer 38T out in the open. We miss. He moved. He shouldn't move. And I missed badly with that one. As you can see, my ping is was about 160, now it's 140 something. Anyway, we just bounced the shot there. We've bounced 2 shots so far off because we're just showing our turret and that's all. Yeah, my ping's bad because I have to play on the new Hong Kong server I think I'm on. Because I can't get low tier games on the Australian server. No one's playing low tier tanks. So, yeah. And that's why I think I fired too late at those moving tanks, because I probably thought I was firing directly at them, but they weren't really there. So we get a hit on this Panzer 2D here. As you can see, he's firing his multi-cannon back at us, and he hits us there, but no damage because our turret is taking it. Now, it might be a different story against the Tier 3, but we get a nice shot in there into that tank. Oh, Panzer 1C come around the corner. This could be the end of us. Tier 3 tank that could rip our hull armor to pieces with his multi-cannon, but someone gets him. Yay! Yay team! Now facing us here we have another M1441. So let's see how the armor compares. You see there I had some red spots, but I managed to get a shot into the hull. So he's showing, see how he's showing his hull? Not good, guys. Don't show your hull. Just show the turret if you can. So he's too far up on that hill. I'm worried about getting surrounded here. The game isn't going well. We've lost 5 tanks. They've only lost 2. I move a little bit to the side here to give myself a little bit more protection from this bit of building here. Just want to get an angle on this guy here. And you see there I had an orange indicator. Now I've got the green indicator on his hull there. He actually does get one into us, so I must be showing a bit of my hull. He gets another one into us, but I think I'm going to kill him, so I stick around. Get the killing shot there, because I can see it's the end of the game. That's why I just want to get some damage in here. We get a shot into this guy, and he's a Tier 2 tank as well. Someone else shoots us. We get another one into him. Oh, we're getting shot from behind now, so I maneuver back a little bit more. I just fired too late there. I don't think that was lag. I think it was just me being an idiot. I'm waiting for this guy to come out. I go to get another shot. I'm probably going to get shot in the back here, and indeed I do get shot in the back by, oh no, in the front by a Panzer 38T. Just too many tanks, unfortunately. So we lost, unfortunately, but I think that did show off the tank's gun depression and turret armor pretty well. Hit a few tanks, and we finished on top for our team with 272 XP. Not a lot, really. 532 damage, but that was a class 3, so that's not bad on a defeat. We probably don't think it would have been mastery, but it would probably have been a class 1, I suppose, if we'd won. Shots fired, 18, 11 of them hit, and all 11 that hit penetrated, so that's pretty good. Total damage of 532. We received 14 hits, 4 of them penetrated, and look, though, we're in a really bad position there at the end, but yeah. Blocked by armor 203, which isn't bad. We've only got 190 hit points. Spotted 2. We damaged 6, destroying 1, and did 116 assistance damage as well, so we had a pretty good game, really. But the blocking of 203 by armor, that only works when you expose nothing but your turret. You're not going to get that off your hull. There you go. Okay, we are on mines, and it's Tier 2, yes! We're equal tier with everyone else, yippee! So we are slow, but we are going to support our quicker tanks getting up on the hill. Yes, we are. Thank you, T60, for cutting in front of me and slowing me down. I was going slow enough as it was. Yes, thank you. Very important that you cut us all off. Good. Now, if I can get my gun pointing in the direction that their tanks might go if they get onto the hill, I hopefully can shoot them as they go up the hill. Looks like the other team isn't very good and they're not even going for the hill. Now, if you hear lots of noises like wind noises and rain noises, I apologise, but it's very, very windy as it has been all this year, and it's raining now as well, and yeah, looks like a bit of a storm actually. Alright, so let's use the accuracy of this gun and see what we can do to these guys. So, in Tier 2, the penetration of this gun is very good. So if we hit them, pretty good chance of going in. And we get one into that T60 there, nice. Didn't have a lot to aim at, but that's where having an accurate gun is good. Now you might sometimes see that the aiming looks jerky. That's usually because of a bit of lag due to the ping. My ping's about 140 on the Hong Kong server. So this is not a bad spot to work. The only problem if you're a new player and thinking, wow, I wouldn't mind working that spot, it's good, but if their artillery knows what they're doing, their artillery will rip you to pieces. Because they can hit you. Where I am now, they can hit you. Fortunately for me, their artillery isn't going for me. So the T7 combat car moves out there, and that's not the greatest of the tank, and he gets wiped out in about 2.7 seconds. I thought the guy was going to move back in really quickly, so I just fired, but fortunately for me, he comes back out and I get a second chance. We were very lucky there, were we not? Alright, moving up now to the next bit of cover. We get shot at there by that T2 medium, but as he shoots, he blows his cover. I just can't quite get him. This dead tank is great because it's covering me, but here we go. We found a spot now where we can use the cover of the tank and shoot at this guy. Fully aimed, and we hit there. We didn't actually hit, we aimed at the turret, but we hit the hull, but at least it hit the tank. So that's pretty, at tier 2 at this range, that's not bad accuracy. There's only a slither showing. It would be asking a lot from the gun to hit that tiny slither sticking up over the rock. Wow. That never happens at tier 2. That was pretty good. That's not bad accuracy. But that's about all it's got. So we've got a pretty good gun, and we've got good frontal turret armor and good gun depression. But very slow, very poor maneuverability. And you can see now we're going downhill. It's on grass, but we're doing 30, it's going 31, 32, 31, 32. So our top speed is supposed to be 32, and we're hardly even doing that. We're going downhill. So it looks like, doesn't matter what you do, you're never going to get above that 32. Now we're going up, and we're wiping some speed off. We're up to 17 now. This is where the tank's really bad. So we're in the clean-up stages of the game now. They've only got the 2 arty left. We didn't get in time to shoot that other tank, and we're just not going to get to arty from looking at it. We're just going too slow. Okay, last tank left. If I can get to this left edge, I might be able to poke my gun around and get a shot on it. Oh, look at this M2 light just sails past. So, end game, it's not great, guys. It's not a tank. It's not a keeper, in my opinion. Yeah. Once again, it was a Class 3 game, but I think we got to show off there in that game the accuracy of the gun and the limitations of the tank being slow to clean up. But we did see in the first game the good gun depression, so we got to see everything, I guess. Let's have a look at the next screen, and we finished 4th on our team. Not great, really. 351 XP from a win is sort of okay, I guess. We did 223 damage, so not a heap of damage either, but it was a quick game. Shots fired 9. We hit with 6 of them. We were trying some pretty challenging shots there. Of the 6 hit, 5 penetrated, and I think only one of them was a ricochet off the roof of a tank, so that's fair enough. We received 1 hit which bounced. We blocked 60, so it was probably a medium tank that shot at us. We spotted 1. We damaged 4, destroying 2. They were on low health. a little bit of assistance damage as well. There you go. Thank you for watching my review of the M14/41. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to Reginaldesq and have fun.